and welcome back to my channel and the first episode of this new series, which I'm calling #TBT, which is Throwback Thursday. That is really hard to say if English is not your first language, let me tell you. One of my followers gave me the suggestion to call it that. Thank you so much for that suggestion. That is an amazing suggestion. This is a bit of a shop your stash series because I was going through my palettes like before Christmas. I was like, I have so many palettes that I love that I am not giving enough love, or that I feel like I'm not using enough. I remember when I bought the Morphe palettes, Morphe brushes, Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. Jeez. I remember I bought that one, and then all of a sudden nobody was making any tutorials, and I was like, I still love this palette. I still want to use it. Can't anybody else use it? And I remember that when I was going through my palettes, I was like, maybe I should do like a shop your stash series where I each episode pick up a palette that was super hyped before and I use it again, and I thought to put a spin on it and I will use the palette in a way that I have not used it myself before, or that I have not seen somebody else use it, so you can get another idea on how to use this palette or another similar palette or similar colors. You don't have to use this exact palette. You probably have something similar to this in your collection. Just grab that. I mean it's all makeup and you don't have to be that thorough. This is a yellow look. I've been dying to try yellow, and I was using this palette. Do you remember when this palette came along, the Vida Loca? Was that last Christmas? I love this palette, but I did not use this palette enough. And today I was using these colors here. See, the yellow ones and that orange. Who am I? And I love the result. I think this is beautiful. I've been dying to try a yellow look. I'm so happy I did it. And if you want to see how I achieved this look, please keep on watching, and also I will have a poll up here. Don't forget to take the poll. The poll is about what palette I should do next. So when I film my next episode, I will go into this video and I will see which palette has the most votes, and I will pick that palette for the next tutorial. I might like pick in a liner or a single shadow or a pigment or a glitter or something, but for the most part I should use that palette. So if you have any of the palettes in the poll up here and you want to see some more looks with that, do cast your vote on your favorite. Of course, all the palettes in the poll are palettes that I own, so I actually can do the look. And I hope you like this series. Do let me know down below as well if you have any other palettes that you think should be in the poll for next video. And yeah, I think that was it for this time. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not, and like I said, stay tuned to see this look. And yeah, I think that was it. I will see you in my next video. Bye!
So let's go. This tutorial is going to be all on the eyes, and I'm using this lovely Vida Loca palette, and I'm going to use just the yellow colors because I've been dying to do a yellow look. So I'm switching it over and I'm using this corner. I'm going to start out with this bright yellow matte, and I'm going to put that all in my crease. And as you can see, I'm almost stippling it on to make sure that it is as opaque as possible, and then blending it in my crease all the way into my inner corners. And I am, like I said, really like stippling it on to make sure that it is as opaque as possible. I'm going in with an even firmer brush to make sure I get as much opacity as possible. And also on the pencil brush, I'm putting this under my eyes to make sure that I am wrapping my eyes in this yellow color, looking something like this. Now I'm taking this pale yellow shimmer, which is absolutely gorgeous. Why have I not used this before? It is amazeballs. I'm putting that all over my lid and trying to blend it in with the other yellow one. Now I'm using this orangey one on a really like a tiny blending brush, and I'm just putting this a bit in my crease and in my outer corner just to get some definition. I don't want the look to be orange, so I decided to go with this cool brown and put that on top of it to make it not be too orange, because I wanted this to be a yellow look, not an orange look. I'm trying to blend that in together with the orange to create a more cooler tone, and then I'm taking a bit more of that pale gold on my lid and blending them together. I am taking this flat definer brush. I love this one. It's from Bedelium Tools. I always use this under my eyes, and I'm taking the same brown under my eyes, but not all the way to my inner corners, because I want the inner corners to be bright, and I'm picking this white one from the palette. Now I'm doing a bit of a wing. I started out doing a bit of a lighter wing, but then I felt like, you know what, this is such a light look that this would look really great with a thicker wing. So as you can see, I am starting out with doing a bit of a lighter wing, And then I checked it in the mirror and I was like, you know what, let's thicken this up a little bit. I bet you all have those kinds of days when you look in the mirror and you're like, you know what, this wing isn't fierce enough. I am taking Punch Gel Liner by Colourpop and I'm putting this on my waterline. Unfortunately, this is not as pigmented as the other ones, like the light blue is amazingly pigmented, but it worked out. I'm using Lana lashes by Huda Beauty. I love these lashes, look at how amazing they are. And since we were doing a Kat Von D palette look, I thought, why don't put Kat Von D bow and arrow on my lips? It looked really good with the yellow look. I have, is this Subculture, I think, by MAC? Yeah, it is. Lipliner and then bow and arrow by Kat Von D. This is actually a really pretty lip color and I've not been using it enough. And that is the finished look. Do let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to take the poll and I will see you in my next video. Little unicorns. Bye!